last night I had a dream. I don't remember the dream very well, but when I woke up in the morning, I knew exactly what the dream meant. And I knew that I needed to share it with you, that somebody in my network somewhere really needs to hear this message. So I'm going to share. Um, First of all, some context as to why I'm sharing it, how it relates to my work, and how it relates to you. So, my work is really all about supporting women in senior leadership. It's really all about helping CEOs, directors, heads, and experts, people who are experts in their field who want to influence in the corporate space or in the government space. Just they want to use their knowledge to influence boards and leadership teams and so on. So that's my work. My work is for you, helping you to grow in power and authority, confidence and courage, influence and impact, to show up powerfully and to show up prominently in your space so you can be seen, heard, and taken seriously. You can make the kind of difference that you were born to make. Like that's what this is. That's why, that's the outcome of what I do, that women are able to be more and make more difference. So that being said, that's why I do what I do. And that's why I dream what I dream. That's how that's a lens through which I interpret it. Because actually, the truth is, I myself am waking up to my clients tend to be women who are waking up to the desire to be more, to do more, to make more happen, to make more difference in their space. And that's actually where I am. So I've had several awakenings on my path, and I have been through several turning points and elevations and ascensions to new levels of leadership. And here I am at another turning point, another juncture on my own journey, where I'm waking up to a desire to be more and make more difference. And so this dream and this message is definitely for me first. But because my clients are also women waking up to the level of to the desire to be more, I know that there's somebody that this message can really help, that this dream that I had can really help. So that's the context for me sharing. It's for me first, but it's also for women who are like me, waking up to a desire for new impact, new levels of impact, new levels of influence. And I know, based on the people that I work with and the people that I attract and the people that come into my space, I know that when we start waking up, we care about really big things. We care about important things, like we want to end racism, end poverty. We want to see business be fairer, more just. We want justice. We want big things to shift, right? So we want to see way more happen, and we've got this feeling, we might not know how those things happen, but we know that we're being called to be part of shaping the narrative, shaping the culture, shaping policy, shaping decisions that are made around leadership in this space. So let me go on to the dream. So the dream is what I remember of the dream, because I don't really remember it. I can't really explain it clearly. But what I remember is that the piece of work that I'm working on right now that feels like really hard to produce, to make happen, in the dream, it was already done. That was the theme of the dream, was this thing that you're trying to produce. I'm actually writing an open letter, a report, and it's proving kind of difficult to write, and it's causing me some frustrations, like in real life. But in the dream, this report was already done. It's already done, and I had to tweak it. I was trying to tweak it. It was already done, but I didn't have it in my hand. And to get it in my hand, there was some tweaking that needed to happen. To get it ready to send out to my network, there were some finishing things that needed to happen. I needed to tweak it a bit. But I noticed that the tweaking, although it seemed obvious what needed to happen in the tweaking process, like one of the ways I had to create or complete a circle. I don't know how it fits, but you know how dreams are. I needed to complete a circle, but somehow, whenever I went to do the thing to complete the circle, it turned into a straight line. It wasn't a circle. And then again, another thing that I had to do to tweak was to complete a number sequence. So the number sequence, the missing numbers were 2 and 3, because it was like, no, or you know, it was like 1, 2, 3, and then the missing numbers, and then 6, 7, 8. So it's like obvious that the missing number was 4 and 5 or something. But when I tried to put 4 and 5, it wasn't the right answer. There was something else that needed to happen. And there were a few things like this where the logical thing wasn't the right thing. The logical answer was the wrong answer. The logical thing to do wasn't the right thing to do. And then I woke up. That's what I remembered when I woke up. I remember trying to hold on in my dream to remember that the circle, it just wasn't normal. It wasn't good. And the number sequence and the other sequences, nothing that seemed logical seemed right. And that was the message. It was like, yeah, there goes the message. That this thing that you want to produce, and I think here's a prophetic word, this thing that you want to produce isn't going to it's not logical. The means is not logical. It's not linear. It's not, the obvious rules do not apply. That's what I heard prophetically. That progress in this season was not logical, it's not linear, and it was not subject to normal rules. It was not, normal rules do not apply in this time, in this season, to produce this outcome. And it really, really blessed me. I knew it was a word for me, and I think there's somebody of you, maybe you, who this is a word for as well. You see, we want to do big things. We want to make some really important things happen. And I think the message is, don't lean onto your own understanding about how this happens. You know, it might seem impossible, it might be hard, but don't lean into your own understanding. You know, let the Spirit of God lead you and guide you into the way that you should take, because this is not going to happen by logical or linear or normal ways of thinking about this. That it's going to happen in illogical, unlinear, new and uncommon ways. So that really is a message. I feel like sharing with you that what the message turned into for me was attached to a prayer that I received last month. I received a prayer, and the instruction was to pray this prayer. And the prayer is, all is well, it's already done, all my needs are met, amen, so let it be. That was the prayer that I've been told that this season, that should be my prayer. So this morning, as I'm journaling and thinking about the dream that I had last night, the whole message in its entirety comes like this. Don't lean into your own understanding. The way forward is not logical, it's not linear, it's not subject to the usual rules. So stop striving and pushing in your own strength and in your own way, because this kind of progress doesn't happen by striving and pushing. This kind of progress comes through inspired action. This kind of process comes through the leading of the Spirit. This kind of progress comes when you don't lean into your own understanding, but you seek and you ask for the way forward, and you wait for the leading, and you're prepared to do unusual things to create this result that you want. Lean not unto your own understanding. Lean not unto your own understanding. Usual rules do not apply here. It's a mysterious, yeah, you're being propelled supernaturally, actually.